Now, this golden rock melon is the iconic fruit from the east coastal state of Terengganu. It weighs over 1 kilogram and fetches a market price of about $10 each. Now, another mouth-watering hybrid, Nangchem, that hails from Selangor Fruit Valley, is fast gaining popularity. Not losing out are these aromatic mangoes called Harum Manis, the crown jewel from the northern state of Perlis. These iconic tropic fruits from different states across Malaysia have inspired a whole new generation of young farmers who hope to export the fruits of their labor worldwide. The pride and joy of the Malaysian east coastal state of Terengganu. Cucumis Mellow is a hybrid of 7 varieties of melons curated from China and Japan. It was developed exclusively for the state about a decade ago to spearhead the premium fruits industry. Today, it's known as the sweet melon of Terengganu or melon manis Terengganu. Each perfect size resembles a bowling ball. The sweet and juicy texture that's a little crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside was highly sought after by locals. The seeds are closely guarded by the state that distributes them under a strict condition that these melons can only be planted in Terengganu. There are currently just over 30 active melon farmers in the state, and Rajat Nordiana is one of them. Having been in the business for over a year, she's adamant that the Terengganu sweet melons will be a hit in both Asian and European markets, as they're as good as the varieties from Japan, if not better.
It is really a hidden gem of Terengganu, and we're very optimistic. We think we've not really, capitalized its full market potential. The Japanese have been at it for many, many years, so much so that people think, oh my God, if it's Japanese melon, then you're prepared to pay hundreds of dollars for that.
Priced around $5 per kilo, the melons are currently sold at a fraction of the price of imported ones. And on top of that, she said, they have a long shelf life.
The longer you keep, the sweeter it gets. It lasts 4 to 5 weeks.
So long you don't cut it.
So long as you don't cut it. And if you cut it, you can glad wrap it and put it in the fridge. It's fine.
She said these melons grow quickly in hot weather, and in 65 days, they're ready to be harvested. Her husband, James, gave us a tour of the family farm, the Murai Estates, located just outside the state capital, Kuala Terengganu. The melons are grown in greenhouses on 4 cycles a year. With an annual output of 42 tons, that's roughly 42,000 melons a year. The farm employs a handful of graduates from a nearby university, all gladly getting their hands soiled. First, the bedding is prepared by mixing the cocoa chips and cocoa husk. Now, I am going to grow my own melon. In 65 days, I'll see the fruit of my labor. I'm going to mark it, my name. Voila. Show us how you do this.
Yeah, we're going to put some zeolite in the media.
Mm-hmm. What is a zeolite?
Zeolite is from volcanic ashes that has enough minerals to boost up the plants during the growing process.
I see. So 1 scoop?
1 scoop.
Okay. And after that, you remove the germinated seed.
Correct.
Okay. This is about 1 week old?
Yes.
About 7, 8 days old?
8 days old.
Okay. And put it here gently.
And
then you cover it?
Yeah, you push it inside. Yes, correct.
Push it in? Okay.
And then after this, we can go to the planter beds.
Okay. All right. And watch the baby grow.
Correct.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Now, after 65 days, the melons are ready for harvest. It's another bumper crop. The prevailing heat wave apparently has helped. In general, The hotter the weather, the bigger the fruits, because the melons suck up a lot of water and nutrients from the ground. But the problem is, the weather has become so unpredictable these days, and that is a constant headache for farmers. But the scorching heat is not putting off young farmers like Hamam Wan Mustafa. A graduate in food technology has been working on the farm for over a year.
The difficult job is that we need to expose with the sun, with the temperature is very hot. The barrier for us is very fascinating that we can see every day how fast they're growing.
To enhance farm operations, artificial intelligence is being adopted while collecting useful data. The huge potential of Terengganu melons has also inspired 2 female postgraduates to venture into business. Mazaito Ahmad Suhaimi and Nozilawati Fauzi both major in food and biotechnology.
The biggest challenge is the fund to start off.
It's hard to get bank loans?
It's quite hard if you are new. And fertigation is quite costly. The price is quite high. We need to collaborate so that we can pursue this business further. If I alone, it will be harder for me.
Currently, 70% of their produce is sold in and around the capital, Kuala Lumpur. They hope to export to the Middle East, as well as Singapore and Hong Kong next year.
We have our local brand. We don't have to depend on the imported fruit from China, from Thailand. They have a variety of melon also, but so far MMT is by far very good, excellent quality.
While farmers cannot wait to showcase their melons to the world, more needs to be done to promote them locally.
People don't even know it. We also need to make sure that our back end also can meet the demand. It's all about funding, Melissa. There's a lot of branding work that needs to be done. There's a lot more marketing. You need to profile it as such. It's a premium fruit. It's yet to hit the international shelf. So we've taken baby steps, but now we're ready. After a year into the journey, I think we're ready to make it big.
She said participating in trade shows and food expos is not enough, but generating the right buzz to create the wow factor on social media is a must. Nestled within these hills outside the Selangor state capital, Shah Alam, is this vast tropical fruit farm, the Selangor Fruit Valley. Here, exotic varieties of tropical fruits are cultivated, and Nangchem is one of them. It's a crossbreed between the humongous jackfruit and the tubular cempedak. Raja Faiz, who manages Selangor Fruit Valley, told me the idea for a hybrid Nangchem came about because Malaysians love their cempedak so much so that they wanted to have it all year round. While cempedak is seasonal, jackfruit, which locals call nangka, isn't. So it was a match made in heaven, he said. Nangchem's flesh is a lot thicker, juicier and sweeter. Its unique flavors is simply irresistible to many locals.
Salah satu sebab orang Malaysia ni suka makan benda-benda yang manis lah. So dia dah try, then isi dia pun lebih tebal daripada cempedak. So dia prefer untuk Nangchem lah berbanding daripada cempedak.
Nangchem fetches a market premium compared to cempedak and nangka. Consumers are willing to pay up to $5 per kilo for the fruit that can easily weigh up to 10 kilograms.
Maknanya dah jadi macam harga kayangan cempedak ni. Tapi orang tetap stay nak makan juga. Orang suka. Tapi saya rasa untuk tahun-tahun akan datang, saya rasa cempedak ni akan meningkat lagi harga. Maknanya orang yang ada ladang cempedak ni maknanya ada prospek untuk jadi kaya lah dia orang.
Indeed, many are venturing into Nangchem farming, driven by the growing market demand.
So sekarang ni kita dapat order terlalu banyak, so kita tak boleh nak capai order tu. Mostly usahawan-usahawan ni tanam, dia minta dengan kita hampir sebulan hampir 5,000 pokok lah nak beli dengan kita. So banyak kebun yang dah tanam lah Nangchem ni.
So you think the potential for Nangchem to be exported as durian, is it there? Do you think China will like Nangchem?
Of course.
Have they tried?
Kita dah try hantar Nangchem kita ke Jepun, dia jadi macam nugget untuk digoreng.
Also, growing Nangchem, he says, is a lot easier and faster than growing durians.
Kita tahu durian ni memang harga dia mahal, cuma dia punya maintenance cost is too high lah. So different from Nangchem, dia kurang sikit maintenance dia. So kalau durian, kalau hybrid pun untuk musangking, contoh paling cepat pun 5 tahun. Kalau macam Nangchem ni 3 tahun, 2 tahun setengah lah. Nangchem lah. 2 tahun setengah dah boleh ada hasil dah.
Now, apart from being easy to look after, Nangchem trees are known to be super productive. They bear fruits all year round. Now, these are said to be almost ready to be harvested in 2 weeks. Now, these are baby Nangchems. They are about 2 weeks old, ready to be wrapped using gunny sack to prevent it from being attacked by insects called jackfruit borers. Researchers say that jackfruits and cempedak belong to the same family as breadfruits. They are some of the most environmentally sustainable species that exist in the wild.
You know, just one good tree can provide so much food. So it's a source of affordable and nutritious food source. So it's good for food security. And then trees are better for the environment because they take in carbon, and they also need less water and fertilizer than annual crops like rice and wheat and corn. And some more you can eat the seeds inside the cempedak. Yeah, there's so much that you can get from just one tree.
With over 70 species in Nangka and cempedak families, they form an important gene bank to help combat climate change.
It's a genetic resource from which we can draw from to maybe to be able to get certain traits that we need to keep the commercial crops growing, like disease resistance, adaptation to dry climates or different climates, which we are going to need in the era of climate change.
To help raise awareness while promoting the state agrotourism, the Selangor Fruit Valley organizes daily farm tours. Visitors, while they learn about tropical fruit trees, get to try the different produce. And Nangchem fritters are their hot favorite. Now, this is a medium-sized fruit that weighs about 7 kilograms. Now, in US dollars, it will be about $25 just for this fruit. The funky-looking fruit has latex on its outer layers. Vendors usually coat the knife with some cooking oil before slicing into one. Well, the texture is soft, unlike Nangka that's crunchy. Let's have a taste. It's so sweet, just like honey, and it's flavorful. It's rather fibrous in texture. And the oil is piping hot. My Nangchem goreng or Nangchem fritters are ready. Perfect. All golden brown. It's time to serve Nangchem goreng. You can either eat it like that, or you can eat it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. I think that would be nice too. Apart from promoting agrotourism, the Selangor Fruit Valley has been on a recruitment drive to help nurture young Malaysian farmers.
You know, it's not like 30, 40 years past, we need to cangkul using the buffalo, you know, to make the batas. Right now we just tractor, also we use drone, high technologies lah.
Penjagaan pun kita ada teknologi juga daripada untuk segi penjagaan lah. Terutama penyiraman. Penjagaan pun ada yang auto, penyiraman pun ada auto. So untuk harvest buah atas saya pun ada juga.
Last year, Malaysia began exporting fresh jackfruit to China, with an annual sale targeted to hit $6 million. Nangchem may just be the next big hit after Musang King durians, ready to be exported across the world. It's midnight and these mango farmers are busy at work, closely guarding their prized jewels, making sure each and every fruit is tightly wrapped. The Harum Manis is the most expensive mango variety in the country and regarded as among the finest in Southeast Asia, if not globally. In the Malay language, harum means fragrant, while manis means sweet. They are grown at the northern tip of Peninsular Malaysia at the foot of these limestone hills. Rick Chang runs a 9-hectare orchard outside Kanga, Perlis. He currently has 1,500 mature trees and yield about 100,000 mangoes per season. Why does Harum Manis mangoes they grow so well in Perlis?
One of the main reasons is the hot weather, and the second one is actually a lot of lime content in the soil.
From the hill, from the limestone
you can see
hill.
this is a limestone hill, and one of the key ingredients of growing premium Harum Manis is actually the lime content in the soil. Right.
So the hotter the weather, the sweeter the fruits.
Exactly.
So is climate change a headache for you? Does it affect the fruits?
Yes, I think climate change affects everyone, okay? And as a farmer, like last year, it rained a lot. And when you have rain, when we're harvesting the fruit, it's not so sweet. And we need the sun, so that it will be sweeter.
So you have 1,500 trees here
Yes.
in this farm.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, this is the tiger.
You actually have a statue of a tiger.
Yeah,
What is it for?
it's meant to scare away the monkey.
Does it work?
First year, yes, and second year onward, the monkey and the tigers are friends.
Monkeys are smart. Unlike other types of mangoes that grow all year round, the Harum Manis have very short harvest season. They are available once a year from April to June. Typically, it takes 3 years for a tree to start bearing fruit, and they can go on for 30 years, provided they are well looked after. And that is no mean feat, according to Rick, who has a policy of only hiring locals. It's labor-intensive, he said, from irrigation, fertilization to pruning. Every single mango is wrapped by hand, and timing is everything. Wrap them too early, he said, the mangoes won't grow properly. But wrap them too late, mangoes will be eaten by monkeys. Harum Manis also has a high spoilage rate. But that is no deterrent for 32-year-old Muhammad Khairul Hamdi, who has a 2-hectare farm in Kanga, Perlis.
Tahun ni saya buat malam sebab bulan puasa, saya puasa, jadi kami balut malam. Satu malam 500 biji balik.
So you kerja waktu malam?
Ya.
Kenapa ya?
Sebab panas, cuaca panas, kita pun puasa.
He hopes to export his fruits one day, given that market price for Harum Manis has skyrocketed recently.
Saya tak pasti yang ke depan, tapi tahun ni dia jadi RM40.
Itu kira naik dah?
Ya.
Dulu?
Sebelum ni 35, dia naik RM5. Ini harga kalau dia betul-betul perfect yang depa hantar ke Japan dalam 240 3 kilo. Itu depa panggil buah premium.
Rick Chang, meanwhile, has been exporting to Singapore for double the price because of the high cost of logistics.
We call it the Harum Manis connoisseur, and Singaporean, those who grow up in Malaysia or we have, always travel to Malaysia or from Malaysia, some of them are actually regular customer. So we target about 100 boxes for this year. They want more, we can actually send more, but no problem with that.
The Harum Manis, he said, are perishable and best enjoyed within 3 days when ripe. Rick, who also owns a cafe, offers a delicious spread of desserts made using Harum Manis mangoes. In the crate and in the patisserie?
All the product is totally sugar-free. So if you feel a little bit sweet, will be the natural sweetness from the mango only.
For me, Harum Manis is best enjoyed on its own. The Harum Manis ice cream is a hit among the kids. Oh wow! Is this the
Harum Manis ice cream.
The Harum Manis ice cream.
Yes. Okay. You want to try some?
So refreshing on a hot day.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's delicious. Some are willing to travel for hours up north in search of the best Harum Manis. Despite being one of the hottest places in the country, Perlis produces the sweetest and most expensive mangoes. Indeed, Harum Manis, which has become the icon of the smallest Malaysian state, has packed quite a punch in the premium fruits market.